Hello, welcome to the Soulprint Weekly Pick Your Crystal reading. This is for the week of August 21st through the 27th. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad that you are enjoying these readings and find some value in it. That's just wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay, so today we have a beautiful sort of multi-blue. So we're calling this blue. We have a rose quartz here, we're calling this pink, and a beautiful, again, sort of multicolored green. So blue, pink, green. Take a moment, see which crystal sort of calls out to you. It might be one, it might be two, it might be all three. And let's get started, shall we? Again, for the week of August 21st to the 27th. Wow, look at this. We're almost at the end of August. I don't know how these things happen. I swear I don't know. Okay, so we're starting with the Seven of Swords, the Magician, the Page of Cups, and the Fool. So interesting, right? Because both the Fool and the Magician are the they're the first two cards in the High Arcana cards. So beginnings, that's about beginnings, a new start. So let's just see what story these cards are telling us. So when you're starting with the Seven of Swords, this can talk about a situation that has not gone as smoothly as you would like it to, a situation where you really feel that you sort of had to almost kind of mind your P's and Q's, be very diplomatic, be very careful about what you said, be very cautious, or what you did perhaps. But there's generally an energy of, because this is the first card out, it feels like this is a situation that you were just emerging from or was in your recent past. Just a feeling of carrying a heavier burden, and definitely a feeling of almost, having to do it all yourself because things aren't falling into place, okay? But there was good news that came to, or good news that's coming to, being delivered by the Page of Cups. And so there is that energy of, happy news coming, sometimes romantic, sometimes it's about friendships or relationships. And then you have the Magician and the Fool. So the Magician is about, magic. It's about expecting or anticipating serendipity into your life. Things that just click into place, which is probably a welcome relief after the Seven of Swords. And the Fool, which is about that leap of faith, that sort of exuberant, I can do this, we can make this happen, it's all good, that kind of energy. So whatever this Seven of Swords pertains to, it definitely feels like this is something that you are able to kind of, you are at the end of, or, you have ended. It has been tiring. It has been harder than you expected. But here comes the good news. The serendipity is falling into place. You've got the good news, and then you've got this new beginning. It strikes me that, for example, if you were looking for a job, to change jobs, and that search was not going as easily or as quickly as you thought it would be, things are going to fall into place in such a way so that you would get some very good news and you would have a new beginning. Now that's just one example, but you can see from the flow of energy of the cards that it is a very sort of step by step, point by point flow. I want to take a moment to mention, the thing about serendipity or coincidences is that they almost always, to some degree or another, are divinely inspired. There's always the helping hand of the divine. And so sometimes, in order to tap into that energy, you have to be willing to sort of take things one step at a time. So It could be one of these, no, you know what? I just feel like I want to go there, or I want to do that, or I want to reach out to that person or talk to whatever. And that, when you follow that instinct, that is when things can start to fall into place. So on top of everything else, this reading is also reminding you to listen to your own instincts and trust that there is divine guidance coming your way and surrounding you, and that is moving you towards a better time with better news, and definitely a beginning, a new beginning. And it could be one of those, plug your nose and jump ins, right? This is a leap of faith card, but sometimes those are the best. It's the best energy to start something new with. Whatever this is, I wish you amazing good luck, and definitely happiness as you move forward from a place that has been difficult through to a brand new beginning. How wonderful. Like, wow, lovely. Okay. It's beautiful and such a soft, soft pink. I'm hoping you're being able to see the color. It's the softest, softest pink, like a white pink. All right, Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups, Ace of Cups. Oh boy, I'm sensing a bit of a theme here. A very similar kind of energy to the blue stone that I just read. So the Ten of Swords energy is about being at the end of a cycle. And the cycle can be disappointment. It could have been a failed plan. It could have been something that just did not go the way you had hoped or expected it would go. And it was, again, exhausting. It makes you feel very drained and tired. Certainly there's a sense of disappointment, or, there's delays going on that are kind of throwing off the scheduling of something. But again, this is the first card, so this is sort of like the beginning position, or where you are like now. Because it's being followed by the Knight of Swords, that is like a really, really good card, because the Knight of Swords brings energy and fresh movement, and sometimes it's chaotic, but it's very quick. It's quick moving. And so whatever this Ten of Swords represents, there's definitely this energy of you being able to move forward quickly, confidently, competently. Um, but be aware of the fact that when things are moving that quickly, it really can lend a little bit of a feeling of chaos into your world. But understand, you are in control. You can absolutely make that come together. Now, the Six of Cups is interesting here, because the Six of Cups tends to talk about, um, you know, happiness from the past, perhaps old friends, perhaps childhood memories. Sometimes it can even talk about kind of a bit of a love or a relationship being revived. And again, because it's the Six of Cups, this would be somebody from your past or in your past. Followed by the Ace of Cups is lovely, right? Because the Ace of Cups can bring romance, but for sure it can bring renewed relationships. It can bring emotional happiness. This could be hearing from somebody you haven't spoken to in a while, or reconnecting with somebody, and really recognizing that you really did miss that friendship, or you are glad that friendship or that connection has come back together again. And so again, these are really lovely cards, and they're talking about that same sort of energy flow of, it's been hard, it's been difficult, it hasn't been all that easy, but now you have movement coming in that is going to shift and change that energy. Don't be surprised if it, and listen, and this could be something like a memory from the past that allows you to sort of lay the Ten of Swords to rest. It could be clarifying something from the past. It could be a connection from the past. But there's definitely an energy of almost like past memories or past events. but it's being followed by the lovely, lovely Ace of Cups. So this is about a happy, fulfilling, feel good, kind of energy coming your way. It is just a good news, very loving, um, happy energy. So again, you have the exact same flow as the crystal before you, the blue crystal, that sort of a difficult time, energy shifting and moving, and being able to move forward in a way that allows that, basically takes you to another new beginning, a new space. So lovely. Absolutely wonderful. And let's take a look at the green crystal. So the blue crystal and the pink crystal have basically been telling a very, very similar story. Let's see if the green crystal holds through. Okay, so you're starting with the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Empress. Okay, so starting with the Two of Pentacles, it does not feel as sort of arduous as the other two crystals. But again, there is that same sort of energy. So I wonder astrologically if something kind of wonky is going on, because everybody seems to be moving kind of from a place of difficulty and moving towards sort of new beginnings or fulfillment, excitement, that kind of thing. And again, this is sort of reflected here, although again, not quite as, I want to say, like intense as the other two. The Two of Pentacles, that's sort of about maintaining a balance, right? Um, sometimes it's about juggling different aspects of your life. Sometimes it is about something, but pentacles are about the mundane, right? They're about money, time, health, work, right? And so this is about finding a balance between the two. It's about finding a way to have the time and the space to bring everything into a better sense of balance. Maybe you have been working really hard, or maybe some particular part or aspect of your life has been really consuming a lot of your energy and time. With the Ace of Wands coming in, this is about literally sort of a new adventure, kind of a new way of looking at things. Sometimes the Ace of Wands can pertain to like a birth. And so in a bigger scale, you're going to read this as a new beginning, something that is shifting, perhaps as a result of you finding this balance, perhaps as a result of you finding the way to bring those different parts of your life into alignment. But there's, again, definitely that feeling of a new beginning kind of energy moving forward. With the Knight of Cups showing up, this is about kind of romantic energy, right? It can be about good news, happy news. Sometimes the Knight of Cups brings um, sort of romance, new relationships. It can bring and not all relationships have to be romantic. Some relationships could be really good friendships. It could be meeting somebody new and feeling sort of just your social circle expanding as a result. But again, this is an energy of really creating like a balance, and that allows you to almost look at or realign your life in a way that frankly just suits you better, is more accommodating, and allows you to bring in um, more of what you would like. You've got the Knight of Cups bringing you good news, improvement in relationships, that kind of thing. You've got the Empress. So, of course, the Empress is bringing you abundance. It is bringing you new beginnings, much like the Ace of Wands. It is bringing growth and expansion. And so you can look towards it's interesting because it almost feels like a spring-like energy, a rebirth, a new beginning. So for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, that would make, sense because you're moving into spring. For those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, even though this sort of card reflects a spring-like rebirth energy, and we are on our way into autumn. It very definitely feels like this autumn may very well feel like an alignment, like a new beginning, a new way of starting things. If you're starting a new job, if you're moving to a new home, if you've just retired and are starting an interesting retired life, all of those kinds of things are about kind of a new beginning, a new start, a new way of looking at things. And so, again, a lovely, lovely grouping of cards moving from sort of one point in time and moving through to something that brings you great abundance and great happiness. Well, it's in fact just like wonderful. Everybody got really lovely readings today. And if one resonates, I kind of encourage you to check out one of the others. They all follow a very consistent theme. And that's what I know. So, enjoy the week ahead. It sounds like there's going to be some new beginnings and some perhaps necessary or long sought endings. Until next week, have fun. Take care. Bye bye.